Have you ever noticed that with some people, no matter what happens, no matter who started it, no matter how obvious the truth is, they somehow twist everything around until you look like the problem? It's almost impressive, honestly. You could hand them a mirror and they'd still find a way to blame you for their reflection. Today, we're talking about why toxic people blame you for everything, the psychology behind it, the hidden motives, and why it works on good people more than anyone else. Let's start with something surprising. Toxic people blame you not because you're wrong, but because blaming you is easier than facing themselves. For them, taking accountability feels like touching fire. It burns. It threatens their ego. It forces them to confront parts of themselves they are terrified to admit even exist. So instead of saying, "I made a mistake," or "I hurt you," or "I need to change," they say, "You're too sensitive. You're the one who caused this. If you didn't act like that, I wouldn't react like this. See, you're always the problem." It's emotional gymnastics, and they've mastered it. Here's the first reason toxic people blame you for everything. Blame protects their ego. Toxic people carry fragile egos wrapped in steel armor. On the outside, they look confident, bold, unshakable. But inside, they're terrified of being flawed. Admitting a mistake means admitting imperfection, and that is something their ego simply cannot handle. So they project. They take their flaws and paste them onto you like sticky notes. If they're controlling, they say you are. If they're irresponsible, you suddenly become unreliable. If they're selfish, they'll tell you you're the one who thinks only about yourself. Projection is their psychological escape route. Here's the second reason toxic people blame you for everything. Blame gives them control. If everything is your fault, then you are always the one apologizing, fixing, adjusting, trying harder, walking on eggshells, and shrinking yourself to keep the peace. Meanwhile, they don't have to change a thing. Blame keeps them comfortable, because as long as you're busy defending yourself, they never have to look in the mirror. The third reason is sneaky. Toxic people blame you because it confuses you, and confusion is power. When someone constantly blames you, you start questioning yourself, your memory, your intentions, your reactions, your character. And once you're doubting yourself, they don't need to control you directly, you'll control yourself. You'll apologize for things you didn't do. You'll soften your voice. You'll hide your feelings. You'll accept treatment you should never accept. They don't dominate you through force, they dominate you through doubt. Here's the fourth reason. Blame helps them avoid consequences. A toxic person never wants to sit in the discomfort of being wrong. They will dodge responsibility like it's an Olympic sport. Running late? Your fault. Their bad mood? Your fault. Their hurtful words? Caused by your behavior. Their bad decisions? Triggered by you. Their temper? Something you provoked. In their world, accountability doesn't exist. Only excuses, disguised as accusations. But here's the part people rarely talk about. Toxic people blame you because they know you care. They know you're self-aware. They know you reflect on your actions. They know you try to grow, improve, understand, communicate. They know you want to resolve the issue, not win the argument. And they use that against you. They aim their blame at the most responsible person in the room, because that's the person most likely to carry the weight. And maybe the saddest truth is this. They blame you because you're safe. They know you won't explode. They won't fight dirty. They know you won't abandon them at the first sight of conflict. You're stable. You're grounded. You try to understand. And toxic people take advantage of that stability to dump their chaos onto you. But here's the twist, the part that flips everything. Someone blaming you for everything doesn't mean you are the problem. It means they're trying to avoid the truth. Blame is a weapon, but it only works if you accept the wounds. The moment you stop taking responsibility for things that aren't yours, the moment you stop accepting guilt that doesn't belong to you, the moment you say, "This is not mine to carry," their power collapses. Because a toxic person's strongest tool is your willingness to blame yourself. And once you stop doing that, the game ends. If this video opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, has someone ever made you feel at fault for things you didn't do? Your story might help someone else break their own cycle of blame.